Welcome to Agoracom via satellite, a production of Agoracom in which we speak to CEOs of news-making small cap companies. With me today, Chad McMillan, President CEO of what was Canada Gas and today has become Canada Rare Earths. Chad, welcome to the show.
Hey George, how you doing?
Excellent. Seems like you're doing a lot better given what's been happening with your company over the past 4 or 5 months.
Thanks. Yeah, we're having a good time. Yeah, things are pretty good.
Well, it's been one bit of a roller coaster, especially when you take a look at stock price and performance. I mean, you had a 52-week low of 4 cents. You got 52-week high of 93 cents. Thankfully, you're trading pretty much close to that 52-week high in the 75-cent range. Let's talk about the thing that obviously has been a big catalyst to your stock price moving and a lot of attention from shareholders is the acquisition of this great rare earths project in Quebec. Looks like the Golan Rare Earth Deposit. That's the specific project there.
You bet. That's the one.
Zim2 Capital found that for you. Tell me about that process, because there are a lot of people in the hunt for that property, and you won it. Tell us how you were able to do that, because I think that speaks volumes about your leadership.
Well, what can I say? I mean, Zim2's got a great organization over there. They're well tuned into the rare earth space. They have a great relationship with their prospecting network, and through that they were able to source this opportunity. It's been around their office, I guess, for about a year and a half. They were working on it. They're familiar with what's going on with our neighbor there, Geomega. They're also familiar with the historical data that was available on the project. That certainly made it very interesting. By chance, it came across my desk. I mean, we've had a relationship with them to some degree for some time, and certainly been aware of what they're up to. But when a deal comes available, it comes and goes pretty quick, right? So when you see something like, you got to jump all over it, and through connections I have, we were able to get a shot at it. Had a closer look. And yeah, for all intents and purposes, once we saw it and knew what we were looking at, we definitely didn't want to let go.
And I think it's important to discuss that because a lot of companies want to hop onto the Me Too kind of marketing, where whatever the hottest metal is lately, they just change a name or acquire some project that really doesn't have all that much of a prospect. But let's face it, they're looking to hop on nowadays the rare earth train. But this is not a case. You've raised a couple $1 million for this property already based on the strength of the project. It came from Zim2, which is a great organization, like you said. What are the plans for the property? Because I'm sure that's the first thing everybody's thinking right now. You just closed $2.275 million. What's the short-term, medium-term plan right now?
Well, yeah, let's clarify. As of this interview, we're in the process of doing that, and everything looks good on that front. We have a lot of interest in financing the company and the project. With regards to the space, it's one that I've watched for some time. This project, I think, though, could have been in any space. It could have been a gold play, a copper play, a silver play, you name it. It's really the makeup of the project itself that was of interest to me. In that we've got historical drill holes that were indicative of promising potential, we'll say, right? And obviously Geomega's had some great success on confirming what's there, and hopefully lots more to come. Now, for that, yes, people refer to closeology plays with the grain of salt, I think. But in our circumstance, we actually stand alone. We believe as our own standalone project there in of itself, because what we have is the intrusive that has two carbonatite real centers, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it. Where on our claims, on the west claims, we seem to have the same geology that could potentially host what they're finding on Geomega's ground. And coming from the same place, it is just a question of grade in this respect. So recently, we've come across a couple of drill holes on the project. We've recently announced that. That certainly bodes well for the potential of our project, and obviously it warrants further attention. So what we're working on is a program. I don't have the particular details of that yet. We have the benefit that Geomega's ahead of us on what they're working on. So they've got more news flow coming, more results pending, 10,000 meter program there. So we've got we've got some time, I guess. We can certainly benefit from their discovery and the work they're doing there, up until the point where we can get, working a little bit harder on our project. We figure that's probably going to be in May, though, given the time frame. We're going to have a little bit of spring break up here. Things are going to soften up, and we're certainly shooting our targets for into that area.
Now, was it part of the strategy? Because if it was, I think it would be a smart strategy, kind of draft off of Geomega for a little while, and given the extensive work they're doing, you guys are really adjacent, right side by side there.
Yeah, well, let's just say, like, the first priority was to get the project into the boat with Canada Gas, and
sure.
A very reasonable deal, I think, with the Zintu Group, and they understand very much the potential of the project as well. For Canada Gas's part, before it was Canada Earth, I mean, the share structure was very competitive, and we have a bit of cash in the bank, and everything was clean and ready to go. That certainly positions you out of the gate quite well. With the makeup of the project, though, when you go down the project checklist, I mean, it kind of hit all the hallmarks that you'd want to see. So for that, I mean, it was kind of, I didn't really have to do much in that regard. They were already working, I guess, right? So, it was just a good added feature that they're working that hard on.
In layman's terms, as you talk about that checklist, because a lot of people who are watching this right now have read some of the press releases. I mean, let's face it, rare earths is pretty technical, even though it's got a lot of media coverage. A lot of it's still not known by the masses. So a couple of things that I saw on the checklist were one that is potentially a near surface open pit potential. And the second is that you're just a couple hundred kilometers away from Val d'Or, so infrastructure and all that's not a problem. In layman's terms, maybe give us the top 2, 3, 4 items that you really liked that really gave you interest in this project, and go forward to take with acquiring it.
Yeah, well, for my part, I mean, those who know me or the company know we've been looking for something to do here for quite some time, and we get a lot of projects across our desk, but they don't really hit the check marks. And it's not about me, promoting a story or selling a deal. It's about, as soon as I get outside of my office with something I like, somebody around me has to see the same things that I do, right? So there is a bit of a science to this. It's not just Chad's got a great project and he believes in it and everybody, should buy in what Chad's saying. It's really that it's not going to go very far if it doesn't hit these marks for you. And, and so for the, are you still with me there?
Yep, we got you. Yeah, your screensaver probably came on there for a second. Yeah, no problem. Welcome to technology.
Sometimes it goes black there, but anyways, as far as looking for a good project, I mean, you want it in a favorable jurisdiction, right? It's a heck of a lot easier to work if you don't need armed guards around the perimeter of your project. You want something with good logistics, road access. You want something with getting project specific, some indication of economic grades that could carry. Certainly a near surface deposit is more attractive for part of what I like to look for, than a deeper one. But you're looking for a situation like that. Old drill holes, that type of information, it gives you kind of you being a poker player, you'll understand. It gives you a peek at the flop right before actually place your bet, and that's pretty rare to come by, and that was the big clincher. But I mean, in this case, we had government geophysics, they had airborne done. We've got old drill data as they were looking for other things back in the past. Rare earth is a fairly new niche that people are actually exploring for. We've got geological mapping done on the project. We're in Quebec in this circumstance, which is right up there. I mean,
fantastic place to be.
The world is the best jurisdiction to explore. There's outstanding exploration credits that come back to the company for every dollar that's spent in the ground. That's huge. You look at the acquisition cost. That all could exist. Somebody might want, $30 million for it or something, crazy like that would, blow up the company or hurt the company and prevent you from, demonstrating any growth in the company, and that's what you have to be able to do too. So I saw all those things, and we saw them in here, and I think the guys at Zintu saw that as well. That's why we were able to forge a real good synergy here.
Well, I'm pretty sure I speak for not only shareholders, but a lot of us investors who are interested in the company. And looking forward to what you're going to be able to do with this project as more data comes out from GeoMega, and potentially you guys start your program, whatever that's going to shape up to be in May. I encourage a lot of people. I actually put up a blog post, so I want to end it like this. I put up a blog post just a few days ago where I said the best small cap CEOs of the next decade are going to be web-based guys who understand web-based communications. And if you don't know already and you're watching this, Chad's one of the best I've seen in the TSX venture space. He's active on Twitter, he's active on Facebook, he's active in online conferences. So don't sit around waiting for press releases. Engage Chad at your favorite, on your favorite medium, social media medium, whatever that may be. If you don't know the website, it's CanadaRareEarths.com. Used to be Canada Gas, but today everything's changed. Stock symbol CJC. Chad, any last comments before we let you go?
Yeah, what can I say? I mean, we're having a good time. It's early stages. The things that we hoped would happen have been happening. We've got a lot of great people around the company. I think we'll attract more of that. I'm just off on a bit of a roadshow here through PDAC, and then come back to a number of cities. So we're going to get the story around it there, and keep building the company up. I think we're going to look for a couple other good opportunities to balance out the portfolio. Enhance our technical management team, and then just keep marching.
Well, congratulations on the acquisition project, which took place a while ago, but on officially becoming Canada Rare Earths today. And best of luck going forward for the long term. And I hope you have great success, and we'll all have a chance to participate in that success.
Right on, George. Right on. Appreciate it a lot, though.
Hey, you've been watching Chad McMillan, President and CEO of Canada Rare Earths, here on Agoracom via satellite, our brand new product in which we bring you near real-time interviews with CEOs of small cap companies that are making news, and Canada Rare Earths is definitely doing that. Thanks for joining us, and look forward to seeing you next time.